Hello, my all signs, my all stars, and a very welcome to this channel, Space and My Home. I am Shivalika and I welcome you with all my love. This is another special reading created just for you because A, you are that important, and B, you've come here because you've truly shown that you really want to turn yourself into your absolute highest potential and you're ready to transform. That's the first step, knowing that you're ready to transform. And I'm super happy and super excited to do this with you. So now that the intentions are set, the biggest, boldest, baddest transformation for each and every sign, for you and me, for all of us, into our highest versions, let's go. And we're starting with Aries. Hello, Aries, and welcome. This is your reading, specially made for you. And thank you for being a part of it in advance. I want to tell you that. Let's get down to the nitty-gritties. It's a brand new spread for you. And this is what we're going to do for your ultimate transformation. What's over, Aries? What you need to reset and what you need to claim. Finally, your next action, because action matters. So let's go, Aries. What are you over with? What are you overdone, finished with? Okay. What do you need to reset? Nice. What do you need to claim? Nice. And your next action, and we're going to open that a little bit later. Aries, stay with me. Let's go. Your ultimate transformation. What are you absolutely done with? We've got the High Priestess, all right? High Priestess is High Priestess is you, your source, where your entire wisdom, everything lies, the most powerful aspect of yours. High Priestess also has this element of being very quiet, being very secretive, just keeping things to self. And because this has come in what you're done with, what's over for you, Aries, I think this is the era in which you're done with being quiet, you're done with keeping things hidden, you're done with hiding yourself. You want to be visible, you want to be seen, you want to be acknowledged. Most importantly, in the real world, you want to be appreciated, you want to be acknowledged, and words have to be spoken. You know, High Priestess has that energy where even if things are amazing, nothing is said or spoken. It's kind of an understanding. But what you're showing here is now you want to hear things, you want to hear the actual words. So what you're done with secrets, you're done with things being hidden, you're done with things being kept in private mode. No more. If it's private and if it's hidden, it's quite likely that it's not entirely yours. All right? Okay, now your reset energy. Your reset energy is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is the energy of wealth, money multiplying abilities. What you do, and I love this, that the Queen of Pentacles is almost like the Queen of Earth. She is the Queen of Earth, very close to the earth. For a lot of you, Aries, what you need to reset, what you need to take care of right now is everything that you have built. And I'm actually picking up your own body, your own structure, yourself, what you need to reset. For a lot of you, it may be about your finances, very important. All the things that have your name attached to it. This belongs to Aries. Especially in the real world, all the material things. Because Queen of Pentacles is very good at multiplying money. And if this energy is coming your reset, that means at this point of time, you just need to sort of calm down, ground yourself. I think grounding is very important for you right now. And grounding means coming close to nature, being one with nature, going for long walks, reanalyzing, reassessing all the things that you've made, all the work that you've done. In fact, the work that you've done until now, Aries, it's very important for you, kind of just sit down and look how far you've come. Look what you've built. Look what you've created. It's a very, very beautiful and grounding energy, and I'm so happy it's in your reset. For a lot of you, it may also be your association with other women. Whether I'm talking to a man or a woman right now, or however you identify, your connection, your association with another woman. Feminine energy, reset, rethink, how you bond, how you connect, what you bring to each other. And Aries, what you need to claim for your personal transformation is the Hermit card. This is Virgo energy. Two energies of Earth here at this point of time. Hermit is the energy of going within and seeking. Going within. What you need to claim, for a lot of you, what you actually need to claim, Aries, in simplest words, is your space. Your space, your individuality and your space. Hermit does everything alone. Hermit is a solo traveler, solo wanderer, solo, period. What you need to claim is your individuality. What you need to claim is your essence of how far you've come, actually. All right, let's quickly clarify these and get you some more information before we see what's your next step, Aries. The High Priestess. The High Priestess, what you're done with. What you're done with. We've got the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups. Because it's come out, Aries, I want to point out maybe there are group dynamics. I also want to say you're done with picking up the kind of person that enters into your life, the group of people that are there in your life. It cannot be random. It cannot be random anymore. That's what I'm getting. The people that come into your life, whether they are friends or they are lovers, partners, however you choose to see them, they can no longer be random people. They have to be people who vibe with your energy. Very, very nice. For reset, we have the Queen of Pentacles. See, a card is already popped out, Aries. I'm going to take oh my God. Talk about transformations and then talk when the Death and the Tower come. And this is the ultimate transformation. A lot of you, Aries, need to right now focus on resetting yourself in terms of your identity, of your money, your wealth, whatever you have created, your assets possibly. I also see for a lot of you, not a lot of you, for some of you, because we have the Queen of Pentacles here, there may be this whole process of, from single to married, married to becoming a mother, that kind of energy also. So, kind of taking a break for that, resetting yourself. You are going, I want to say this, Aries, you are going from one milestone of life to another milestone of life. And it's a big one. It's a big one. It's different for different people, but it's a big one. It is a big, big one. And that's why we have the Death here. That's why we have transformation here. And it's a change. It's a change. So you need to truly, truly ground and come back and ask. Firstly, congratulate and appreciate how far you've come. That's very important. Be proud of yourself. Very, very important. And then reset yourself, recharge yourself, because what's coming after this is another milestone, another phase of your life. So what you need to claim, Hermit, your space, your individuality. Look at that. You cannot make this thing up. Five of Pentacles to the Six of Wands. What you need to claim. Six of Wands is absolute victory. It's homecoming. It's fanfare. It's celebration. It's people loving you. And then we have got it starts with the Five of Pentacles and then to the Six of Wands. What you need to claim is that from the lack to the victory. But from the lack to the victory will come when you claim the Hermit. Hermit is solo. Individuality. What do you want from life? What do you want to create? What do you want to bring? What do you want to do for yourself? How important is that? And your next step, Aries, for this big, bold transformation, we've got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a very, very sneaky and strategic move. For a lot of you at this point of time, you're being advised, you're being encouraged to be very, very quiet about the moves that you're making. Because, you know, sometimes when we speak before things happen, there are a lot of energies around us that kind of dismiss the idea. And in a sense, we stop too. So for you, it's very important right now. And I can sense that there is something going on here. I have picked up something here, Aries, that because when Seven of Swords comes, that means there is something that is definitely going on. So your next step is whatever your next step or next move you're planning to make, Aries. Be very strategic. When I say strategic, I mean know your best case scenario and know your worst case scenario. And be very, very quiet. Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know until it's done. Simply put. That's what I have for you. I hope the right people get the message at the right time. That is the intention of this table, Aries. Go for it. Go for it. There is no better time like now. Thank you so much. We're moving on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. This is your special reading, your transformation, your biggest, boldest, baddest transformation, right? Whew. Taking a breath there, collecting myself for you, Taurus. And we're going to look at 3 areas, important areas, what you're done with, what's completely over. We're not revisiting it. What you need to reset, realign, and what you need to claim, so that we get the transformation activated right here, right now. And of course, your next step, Taurus. So if you are ready to step into higher power, let's go. What you are done with, the energy that you're done with. Okay. The energy that you need to reset. And the energy that you need to claim. Taurus. For Taurus, please. Wow. And your next step, Taurus. Okay. Look, in the reset, what you're done with, we've got the Knight of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands in itself is a very, very wonderful, enthusiastic energy. But here's the thing about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is not a committed energy at all. It's fire. You're Taurus. You're a fixed sign. You know for sure what you want. So what you're done with those energies that are very, the word is flaky, very flimsy. It comes and it goes. It does not keep its word. It does not keep its promises. And because this is a court card, I'm inclined to say that you're also done with people who only show up when it's convenient. People who only appear in your life when it's convenient to them. So what you're done with energies that are, just in and out. There is no actual reason. When was the last time somebody actually sat with you without a motive, without an agenda, and just have a cup of coffee and just talk about life's good or how's your life, Taurus? So what you're done with player-like energy, by the way. This is a very player-like energy. It has its own interests. It has its own MO. What you need to reset, what you need to realign, what you need to pay attention to at this point of time is the Two of Pentacles. I want to say this, Taurus, you've taken a lot on yourself. This one person is trying to make worlds come together. But your job is only to take care of your world, your own world. If you try to do this, you can do it. Of course you can do it. There's no denying to it. But for how long can you do it? So maybe for whatever reason, Taurus, you would know it best, but you need to reset how much you assign yourself. You need to reset how much are you willing to do in 24 hours. There is no need to be a superhero. There are times where even the superhero says that, you know what, I need to take a break and I will come back stronger. So you need to reset. You need to come back to your own world, take a good look at it. Maybe it's time to drop one. There are too many things on your plate. It's time to drop one. Or just possibly take a time off. Take a 2 days or 2 weeks time off. Get your energy back, because right now your energy is spreading. It's spreading until it's going to become very thin, and you're going to feel like you've possibly vanished into thin air. We don't want that. So take a time out. Very important for you, Taurus. And the energy that you need to claim is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is this beautiful energy of being at the right place at the right time. For a lot of you, I can say that there are things that you desire. Okay, you can see them, but they're not close enough for you. One very good exercise is to make your mind familiar, very, very familiar on a daily basis with the things that you want. That means you see, you think, you watch, you consume, you absorb that content or those things that you desire. Bring them as close. For example, if there is a job that you want, check their website often, go and see their office, go and look at how people work there. So make your mind familiar every day, however you can, Taurus, so that you bring it into your aura. You first bring it into your aura, it creates excitement, and eventually that's how manifestations work. That's how things from 5D, 4D come into our 3D. So making your desires familiar with you on a daily basis is the energy you need to claim. That's a very future forward energy, by the way. All right. Before I take out your next step, Taurus, let's quickly clarify so that if there is anything more that needs to come out. After all, this is your transformation. Knight of Wands, what you're done over, finished with. Magician and the Temperance. This is the kind of energy that makes you wait. This is the kind of energy that makes you, Temperance is half, you see his foot is half in and half out. Again, I'm telling you, the energies are great, but why you're done with it is because it's not entirely in. It is not it's not 100% aligned with you. And maybe whether it's a job, whether it's a person, maybe what you truly want is this time around, in this phase of your life, you want to resonate with those things that are 100% yours. When things are not as committed as we are, there is going to be a lapse, there is going to be a gap, and eventually it will seem like it's fading away. So you're done with energies that make you wait. You're done with energies that do not commit themselves to your energy. Two of Pentacles to reset. We've got the Chariot and the Six of Wands. Chariot is that path forward. Six of Wands is victory. Look, this is phenomenal, Taurus. Phenomenal. But in order, Chariot is on a path. Okay, you've got too much. You've got to drop something. You got to take time out. You got to leave other worlds and you got to come back to yourself and focus on yourself. If you focus on what you want and your path, you're going to be victorious. And when you are in this energy, you can help everybody. But when you're in this energy where you've spread yourself very thin, it's very, very hard to help self. Forget helping others. So you've got to pick one path, one, to reset. Three of Wands to claim the energy you need to claim, Taurus. We've got the, oh wow. Wow. Two of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Look, this is making yourself familiar. Two of Wands is the first, it's the Two of Wands, and then we have the Three of Wands. So to make yourself familiar, more information here. Two of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. Look at the things that you desire. That's precisely what the words that came out from my mouth. Make your mind familiar. Show it. Talk to it. Consume content. Speak content. Speak words. Go and physically look at the things. Bring them in your aura, in your energy, in your proximity. Fantastic. Love that for you. And your next action, Taurus, is the Knight of Pentacles. As much as Knight of Pentacles is that knight who does not make a move, well, let me tell you, this is earth energy, Taurus, that's your energy. Knight of Pentacles is getting ready to be ready. Getting ready to be ready. Getting ready to be ready. Your next action from this moment onwards, as you're watching this, is to tell yourself, I'm getting ready to be ready. I'm getting ready to be ready. Soon enough, your words, the only words that will stay in your energy is, I'm ready. You've got to be ready. There are beautiful things lined up for you. You've got to show the universe you are ready. So your next step is get ready. Get into the mode of getting ready. Wear that outfit. Go to that place. See what you want. Bring it into your energy. And it starts like that. Remember, nothing happens overnight. You've got to teach yourself. This is also the energy of discipline. The more discipline you show towards your goals and desires, the more consistency you show, Taurus, the faster they come. The more they love coming towards you. You are now officially attracting them and not chasing them. So, Taurus, that's what I have for you. Super, super fun doing that for you, really. And I wish you so much of love and so much of happiness always. We're moving on to Gemini. Let's go. Hello, Gemini, and welcome. This is another special reading, specially made for you. Your biggest, boldest, badass transformation. And why not? Whenever you want, oh, look at that. The Queen of Swords, Gemini, your energy popped out. Whenever you are in that space of feeling the urge to change is when the moments to change arrive. So let me just tell you, Gemini, you're at the right place at the right time. Let's go. We're going to look at 3 energies, what you're done with, absolutely done, over, finished. What you need to reset, the energy you need to reset, and the energy you need to claim. Let's go. And of course, your next action. Gemini, what you're absolutely done, finished, over with. Oh my gosh, did not see that coming. What you need to reset. Okay. And what you need to claim. Okay, that is brilliant. I love that. I think you're going to love that too, Gemini. You're an air sign. Air sign loves the way their mind operates. And let's take out a card for your next step, and we're going to see it just a little bit later. But let's talk, Gemini. I'm just going to read out what I see. I did not expect this come, but what you're absolutely done, what's finished, what's over, and I'm going to clarify. So stay with me. We've got the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a connection. It's the way you and another energy behaves with each other. It's two people. There is another energy here. This is definitely a sign of you're done, finished, over, in a connection with something. I'm not saying the connection is over. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It's too soon to say that. But I do want to say that the way your energy responds to another energy, what your energy receives from another energy, there is an aspect about it that you're absolutely done with. Because in itself, Two of Cups is a very beautiful energy. And if you're done with something, somebody has really done something hard and deep enough to trigger you to put this energy in the over energy, in the done energy. We'll clarify and see what that is. Two of Cups is mutual love. It is the coming together of two energies. So we will have to see that. Now in your reset, in your realigning, so that you bring yourself back, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is, and again, there are two people here. I'm very, very inclined, because of your previous energy, to say this, Gemini, that you need to reset the way you are in connection with people and the money involved. One very important thing that's coming, because Five of Pentacles is also about finances. And it's the lack of finances. Maybe you're done with the way you give money to people in connections. Maybe you're done with how much people owe you. Maybe you're, another very important thing that I'm picking up here is, because this is in the energy of your resetting, when you are there to help people versus when you need help and how many people actually show up for you. So you need to reset, and you know, it would be a very good idea at this point of time for you to sort of say no to all those situations that you've been saying yes to before, in terms of helping people with lending money. With lending money, with lending your resources. You know, let's say you're a doctor by profession, and you know, you have a friend coming in and asking for a free, just say no. Say, my what do you say, my secretary, my assistant will fill you in with the payments. Something here got to do with, do not give those things for free that you've built up and that is a part of your identity. So you need to reset that energy of human equation and money. This is really actually very important. Very, very important. We'll clarify and get you more, Gemini. What you need to claim, this is pure gold. You've got the Ace of Sword. Ace of Sword is the truth. Something here got to do with communicating, by the way. You need to claim the energy of expressing, communication, and claiming. And I think what you're done with has also lacked clear-cut communication. What you're resetting is also lacking clear-cut communication. And if you claim this, which is in a sense, Gemini, already yours because you're an air sign. Claim your authenticity, claim your power to speak, claim your gift and ability to express. You're very good when you communicate, extremely. All right, let's clarify, because this one we need to. We really need to. Show me the Two of Cups. Oh, see that? Two of Cups underneath. Show me the Two of Cups for Gemini. What you're done with. Let's go, Gemini. Two of Cups. My gosh, there are... okay, we've got two cards here. We've got the Hierophant, which is another... It's a card of marriage. It's a card of union. It's a card of an institution. It's again, this is the energy of two people coming in together and making something official. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a very, very impulsive behavior. Not surprised, Gemini. Connections. I think what you're done with bringing people into your life, or even in terms of a lover, a spouse, maybe your next boyfriend, your next partner, you don't want to jump into things and make them solid immediately, say in the first 1 month, 2 months, or 5 months. You're done with making things official in a very impulsive way. How do I say this so that it becomes, the things that are rushed, connections that are rushed, or associations, meetings, the coming of two energies, when it is rushed, there are a lot of minor details which are not seen, which are ignored, and they surface later out. So you're done with actually rushing into things, rushing into relations, rushing into people, rushing into other energies, or for that matter, them coming towards you. This time around, you want to assess, and you want to go by how you feel about it, what your mind tells you. Actually, what your mind tells you. I'm guessing something has happened. It looks like this has a massive backstory. Underneath, we've got the Devil. You would know that, Gemini. Because to lose your faith in connections, there is always a backstory to it. And it's usually when people betray, people hurt, people, kind of fall out because of mistrust. So yeah, this time around, you're being very, very careful, and you're not being impulsive, and you're not being fast, because that's done. Let's see the Five of Pentacles to reset. We've got the Strength, and we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords did show itself in the pre-shuffle energy. This is your energy. Remember, you've got the Ace of Swords to claim. Your own strength, Gemini. Your own strength. Because along with the strength, I can see that, Gemini, you're the first person who jumps and rises to occasion to help people. But what happens when you need help? How many people turn up towards you or turn up for you? So in terms of resetting your energy, you need to bring your own strength. I think there's something here got to do with your physical and mental both. You need to make yourself, I'm sorry, you need to focus on your physical and mental strength. And I'm getting physical strength a lot. Your physical posture, your stature, your muscle, your bones, your joints, physical strength, I'm picking up very, very strongly. So your body needs reset. Maybe you need to meet a doctor. Maybe you need to you get an appointment. Okay, Ace of Swords to claim. Beautiful energy. Look at that. Ace of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Justice. I love how all the sword elements, your elements, are popping out in their most strongest suit, strongest energy. Justice is what you give, is what you get. It's karmic. It's what it is. It's justice. And this is Libra energy, another air sign like you. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is that energy of a queen where you see how she's holding her cup of love, whatever that cup holds. Who knows how much that cup has? But she's taking care of it. In a sense, you are taking care of yourself. And you will only partake in those events, those situations which involve truth, which involve clarity, which involve communication. See, from Two of Cups that you're done with to the Queen of Cups, which is holding your own big, badass, beautiful cup. I want to just say this in the simplest term, claim this energy of you come first. You are your first and highest and only priority. When you are in order, everything around you will fall into order. But for you, it's you first. Your next action is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is protecting. Boundaries. Strong, healthy boundaries. Learning to say no, not taking everything that is not yours. People will come, they will make noise, they will troll, they will tell you things. Your job is, you have the upper edge, you have the upper hand, you have the leverage, you have the advantage, Gemini. That is what sets you apart from everybody else. Your next step is A, protect your own energy, and B, whatever people say, let them. You focus on yourself, you come back to yourself. It's very, 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 very strong. And I do believe what I'm seeing here, there are going to be people who are coming and going to be telling you things. But build an invisible wall which is impenetrable. Let people have to fight in order to get access to you, Gemini. Very, very important. Let people have to fight, wait in lines in order to reach to Gemini. That's your highest transformation. That's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for being a part of this reading. We're moving on to... Hello, Cancer, and welcome. This is your biggest, boldest, badass transformation into your absolute highest version. That is always the intention here. We're looking at three important aspects, three very, very important energies, and you can absolutely take charge of them. So what you're done with, what you need to reset, release, and what you need to claim. So if you're ready, and I'm sure you're ready, that's why you're here. Thank you very much for that. Let's go. What you're absolutely done with, Cancer. We've got, okay, that's a big one. What you need to reset. Okay, yeah. And what you need to claim. Whoa. Those are some very, very strong energies. And one card we're going to take out. That's going to be your next step. Cancer, stay with me. We have some strong cards here. We are talking about transformation. We should expect strong energies because you're moving from one energetic field to a brand new, a higher version, and it's going this way, right? So what you're absolutely done with is the Judgment. Judgment is the energy, and in this sense, what I'm actually picking up with, you're done with giving second chances. You don't want to give second chances to people. I think you've learned your lesson, and I don't know, but I want to say this, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you've, for few or some of you, you've learned your lesson the hard way. By putting your hand where it doesn't belong, by putting your heart where it doesn't belong, by putting your money where it doesn't belong. So you're absolutely done with giving second chances to people who should have done what they were supposed to do the first, the second, or even the third time. Maybe that many chances you've given. It's almost like you're like, no, now I don't want these energies to be in my life. Do not keep bringing them back. Judgment also is, a sort of a lesson. Usually things come back because we are repeating a pattern. For a lot of you, you actually, Cancer, what you're showing me on the table with everything that I have is that you want an absolute 360-degree transformation. You don't want anything from your previous life. You want everything new. And I can see there is a lot of, I do see pain. I do detect pain. I do see the hurt. I do see, so yeah, this is going, transformations are never easy. And especially when we are in the middle of it. But guess what? The fact that you're ready, the fact that you're willing, the fact that you show up has to turn into gold. It's the law. So for your reset energy, you've got the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is actually overthinking. 8 of Swords is the energy of analysis paralysis. 8 of Swords is the energy of thinking, I am trapped. It's the lack of freedom. Cancer, now I don't know how it's a general reading, so it's going to be different for different people, but I just want to say, what is holding you back? Where do you feel trapped? Where is your simplest basic power of freedom taken away? These are the things in order to move into the next milestone of your life. These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. If you can answer this without even quivering, without even taking extra time, that okay, what holds me back? Where is my freedom going? You would exactly know the next step you yourself have to work on, because something here is, it's not a person. It's not another person. It is something in your mind. It's something in the way you approach life. It's something in the way you think. Could it be negative thinking? Yes, it could be negative thinking. It could be thinking about the worst case scenario. I'm just putting it out there. This needs to be reset. From the 8 of Swords, you need to make it Ace of Swords, 1. You cannot be trapped with multiple thoughts. Reset button is that button which when you press, everything goes back to start, right? So imagine if you're pressing 8 buttons, you're going to destroy the equipment. What's happening is you're pressing too many buttons at the same time. Just one. And what you need to claim now, look, this is big one. We've got the 10 of Swords, 8 to the 10. How I would have loved that you had great energy to claim, but 10 of Swords is also a good energy if you, the way you look at it. That's why you've got the 8 in your reset. Look at it this way, Cancer, that the energy that you need to claim is whatever is done, finished and over in your life, what you don't want to repeat anymore, acknowledge it, accept it, be done with it. Because new things come, brand new things come when we create space for it. For a lot of you, you may need to create space for the new. The old is still lying. The old pictures, the old conversations, the old mindset, the old, you would know, the old furniture, the old clothes, they are still present. If you want to claim the brand new, you have to get rid of the old. You have to claim this energy. Are you ready to get rid of the old? Are you ready to get rid of that which does not belong? Because it's still there. All right, let's quickly clarify and get some more information, Cancer. Judgment, 6 of Pentacles and 4 of Cups. The energy of giving and receiving. You're done, you're done. Because I do believe that there is a mismatch here of how much is being given vis-a-vis how much of it is being received. And the reason why you're done with people coming back into your life, why you're done with repeating patterns, why you're done with energies coming back to you. And this time around, you're going to be very careful from the beginning. Because the way we give and receive things from people in the first meeting, in the first, kind of sets the tone for the entire relationship and entire time we get to spend with them. So you're done with the way things are exchanged. If there is no reciprocation, if there is no response, there is simply no reason to go back there. There has been an unequal, I will tell you, I can see that. There has been an unequal give and take of whatever or everything. 8 of Swords in your reset. We've got the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. This is such a contrast. 2 of Wands is looking at the future and 6 of Cups is the energy of the past. That's why there is so much holding you back. You're torn between what you want and where you come from, what you want and what you've had. And I think that's where the freedom or your ability to kind of bring your life back to yourself is getting compromised. So ask yourself this, Cancer, what is it? Oh my gosh, look, we've got the 8 of Swords underneath. What you want or what you had. You can either live in the future or you can live in the past. Or you have the most best option, by the way, the best option, Cancer, and this is your takeaway from this reading. You can come back to the present, because in the present, you have the ability to create anything and everything, and that is enough. And that's why you've got the 8 of Swords, because 8 of Swords is not even being in the present moment. 10 of Swords, the energy to claim, the Fool, and the 9 of Pentacles. This I love for you, Cancer. See, the new will come when you will create space. The new will come to you, and the new will come in a lot, huge amount. Like a lot of money, lot of everything you will get in absolute, you cannot even imagine. I mean, you can, but you need to make space because the old is still showing. The unwanted, however it is still there. Release it. Release it. Either forgive it or forget it or close that chapter actively. Okay, let's see what we've got for your next step. Oh, wow. We've got the Knight of Cups. This is water energy, Cancer. This is your energy. You know, I'll tell you one very beautiful quality about the Knight of Cups, and that is the essence of your entire reading. Knight of Cups is he's an absolute romanticizer. I don't know if that's a word, but that's what's coming to me. But the one very beautiful quality of Knight of Cups is it loves living in the present moment. It's very dreamy. It dreams of all the amazing, beautiful things, and it's always in the present moment. It does not think about whether I'll get it or not. It does not think what I have lost. It's like, oh my gosh, I like it. Let me pursue it. So it's very much present in the present. And that is exactly the energy you're supposed to embrace, your next step. Wow. I love that for you, Cancer. And I truly hope that the right people get the message at the right time. That is of utmost importance. Moving on to Leo. Hello, Leo, and welcome. This is your reading specially made for you, your biggest, boldest, badass transformation. And we're going to look at 3 areas. Look at that, your card popped out, strength. We're going to look at 3 areas, 3 important energy fields, what you're absolutely done with, what you need to reset the energy, and the energy you need to claim, and your next step. Simple. Let's get on with it. Leo, if you're ready, so are my cards. What is Leo done with? Let's see. What is Leo done with? Nice. What you need to reset, the energy you need to reset. They both have a very, very similar element. And what you need to claim, the energy you need. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely stunning, Leo. You're going to love this. And your next step, your next action, your next energy to embrace will come to it. But let's start with what you're absolutely done, finished, and over with. And Leo, that is playing small. You're done with playing small. You're done with small talks, small money, small conversations, small steps, small actions. Look, 4 of Pentacles is, 4s are good. You know, 4s are a structure. 4s is safety. 4s is comfort. But then remember, 4s is also, it's just about enough. Now you have to ask yourself, are you okay with enough? Because you've popped out in the done section. So that means you're not okay with enough. You're done playing small. And the first step is you got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out from the box mentality. You got to get out from the matrix. And you've got to step out into this whole limitless universe where everything is accessible to everyone. So you're done playing small. You're just done holding yourself back. You're done keeping quiet, by the way. What you need to reset. We've got the 9 of Wands. Here's the thing, okay? And this is for you to, this is an exercise for you, Leo. Who are you willing to wait for? What are the things you're willing to persevere for? What are the things that you're willing to show up for every day in your life? Even when you're not in your, let's say, finest condition, situation, or health. Because this energy shows up day in and day out and night. It's come to a point where it stopped caring about its own health, its own standing. That's why it's called the Wounded Warrior in the tarot deck. And maybe what you need to reset and release right now, this moment, is that would you truly, truly show up for everybody or everything at every point of time? Would you? Because I'm picking up here is making yourself too available to people. Too available, I don't want to say people, too available to to energies. We've got this in the reset energy. Maybe it's time to step back. Maybe it's time to reassess, reevaluate. Make a plan. Not make yourself, in simplest word, Leo, your fire sign. If fire is everywhere all the time, it's no longer of value, you know. Fire everywhere, every time is burning a forest. But fire in the form of a candle, wow. Fire in form of a lamp, wow, right? So your reset energy is telling you how would you want to be accessible to other energies. And to claim, you've got the very beautiful Ace of Cups. This is a big, beautiful cup of love from the universe. And this is the energy of being in the receiver mode. This is the energy of telling yourself, simply telling yourself, everything is working for me. Everything is coming for me. Everything is happening for me. Everything is happening to me. All the good things are happening. Good things are coming my way. This is that energy. Claim this energy right now. Because the universe wants to bless you. The God, Almighty, whatever, whoever you pray to, whatever is your source, whatever you believe in, it wants to fill your cup. It wants to offer you the Holy Grail. Claim it. Make your heart open. You don't want to play small. You don't want to make yourself accessible. Claim the energy of opening your heart. Open yourself. Expansion. This is expansion. Absolute expansion of all the good things. Positivity, optimism, joy, love. Highest possible frequency. Godlike frequency. Miracle frequency. Claim that energy. Okay, Leo, let's clarify and let's get you some more information. Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, what you're done with. 2 sixes on the table, Six of Cups and Six of Pentacles. In itself, again, they are amazing energies. But you're done with the way, and I'm picking this up also in your reset, you're done with the way you give. You're done with the way you give without getting equal. There has to be, look, energy works very beautifully and flows very beautifully, and I'm sure we all know this, when it is exchanged in equality. When there is an unfair or unequal exchange, then we need to rethink. So you're done with keeping those energies around you that are, only there for convenience, for collection, for wanting more. You would want energies which are organic, flowing, and allow growth. 9 of Wands to reset. My gosh, that's a big one. And this rarely happens, okay? It rarely happens. It's not a common phenomenon for the Devil and the Lovers to come together. They are both this is contrast at its best. This is the best and the worst. This is freedom and entrapment. Leo, your reset energy is torn between the Devil and the Lovers. And while the Devil loves to keep because it has a purpose, the Lovers are there because they love to be there. So where are you turning up because you have to turn up? And where are you being present where you wouldn't mind being present anywhere, any which ways? There is a fight here. And I think in your reset, I think there are a lot of energies. You have to reset yourself in terms of your accessibility to all these energy. A lot of people have access to you. I want to say that. Nobody owns us and we don't own anybody. We don't own anybody. If that makes sense. Your accessibility. Remember that. To claim Ace of Cups, we've got the Four of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Four of Cups, you know, this feels like that kid who does not believe that there is a cup that exists for me. There is something special that exists for me. And then the Queen of Cups is like, wait, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you the biggest, baddest cup. And look, that's exactly what's happening. The universe is... if you're willing to believe, Leo, if you're willing to open your heart, there is an entire universe waiting for you. If you're willing to. Because it starts with you. Let's see what your next action, your next energy is. We've got the Hangman. Hangman is a pause. The energy of a new... For a lot of you, there is this whole concept of the way you've been operating until now. You may be feeling the burnout, you may be feeling the crash, you may be feeling that, what can I do more? Because this is an energy reading for transformation. And the immediate next step is you may have to take a time out. You may have to put yourself in a pause mode. And you may not like it because whatever you're doing requires you every single day. But you may have to put yourself on a pause and you may have to just get a perspective shift. There's nothing wrong. The world can wait. The world must wait. The world must wait. If you want to make yourself, if you want to align yourself with the world, if you want to align yourself with the universe, at some point of time, there has to be a moment. There has to be a split second where you can work on your own jump, your own transformation so that you catch up with the universe. This feels like that. This feels like that. And maybe it's hard for a lot of you to take that pause, but that pause is necessary. Maybe it's a pause before you speak. Maybe it's a pause before you say yes. Maybe it's a pause before you commit. But there is a pause that is essential in your life. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope the right people get the message at the right time. That is always the intention. Moving on to Virgo. Hello, Virgo, and welcome. This is your special reading, your biggest, boldest, badass transformation. 3 important areas that we are looking into, and hopefully they do the job. So if you're here, thank you so much in advance. Obviously, you're seeking highest expansion for yourself, and that's precisely what we're going to do together. So let's go. Virgo, the 3 areas that we are looking, 3 energy fields that we are looking at is the energy that you're absolutely done with, the energy you need to reset, rethink, and the energy you need to claim, and your next step. So let's go. Let's go, Virgo. Let's go. What you're absolutely done, finished, and over with. Okay. Interesting. Could be a person. What you need to reset. Okay. And what you need to claim, Virgo. Oh, my God. Okay. This is a story. This is a page out of a story. Let's see what your next step is, and we're going to see that a little later. Your cards have absolutely, Virgo, blown me over. I can sit with this for... this is like... it's 2 people and they're going through something. It's 2 energies, and one of them is obviously you, and they're going through something. There is definitely another person involved here, Virgo, in this transformation. This transformation is about financial transformation. This transformation is about uprooting yourself from one milestone to another. And for a lot of you, it is from obviously lack to absolute abundance. This is money. We're talking about money. We're talking about status. We're talking about power. This could be a connection that needs healing, needs repairing. This could be a connection that, I'm reading it very different the way I read for everybody else because of the way your cards have popped up, and I'll show you. What you're done with is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the king of money. This is Virgo, your earth sign. This is earth energy. This is actually fixed earth energy. More like Taurus. This is the way you've made your money until now. The experience, the way you've learned also about making money until now. That energy is done. For a lot of you, I'm also picking up that you have reached the highest possible place and it's time for retirement, or it's time for to, sort of take a back seat and enjoy the other phase of life. Or this is also about you becoming independent now. Stop working with others. But, the way you've shaped your mindset about wealth and your experiences, your relationship with money, a particular aspect of that is absolutely done. And it's very, very interesting. Look, what you need to reset is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is actually the lack of money, the lack mindset of wealth. I mean, there are people here, there's a building here, there's an organization here which kind of helps you with money, but still these people are outside on a cold night and they're not entering the building. Sometimes people don't want to go and ask for help when it comes to money, and sometimes asking for help is the only thing that's left to do. Reaching out. When I say ask, I mean reaching out to the right people for help. Why would you willingly choose to be outside on a cold, cold night when you don't even see that they don't even have shoes to wear? This is suffering, This is suffering, but not, what I want to say is this is suffering, but not taking the help. Suffering versus taking help. I personally would take help. I wouldn't want to suffer more. Because only when you take help and you kind of, you can always repay, you can always give money back. But if you don't have your health, you cannot even make money. Five of Pentacles also points out to the way you treat yourself, your health, your wealth. Health and wealth, actually. It's very interesting. And look at this, the energy you're supposed to claim is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, when I put all of them together, we have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and bam, right in the middle, we've got the Five of Pentacles. You're done with, you need to reset, and you need to claim this, Virgo. And the good part is, the very, very good, the phenomenal part is Queen of Pentacles is that energy. She's my money maker energy card. You've got, you can make more money and everything is right around you. It's available with you. The King of Pentacles has made money over the years through experience, through jobs, through working. But Queen of Pentacles is that energy where, you have to look for things around you. DIYs, your home, gardening, fashion, however you want to see it. This feels like the day and age of today, this generation way of making money, where all the resources are well within your reach, they are well within your house, and this is the energy you need to claim. So if you're feeling that you don't have money or you're lacking money, a particular way of making money is over the energy, Virgo. This is an absolute money reading, and that's how I'm looking at it. What you need to claim is that you're the person who can create and build more, and the resources. First, look at your own surrounding. Maybe it's time to stand up for yourself and create. Because Queen of Pentacles can multiply wealth, and how? Let's clarify this. Let's see what we've got here, Virgo, because this is quite a strange reading. King of Pentacles, what you're done with. And I can sense that there's a particular way of doing things, especially when it involves money. Knight of Cups and the Sun. Maybe, dreaming. For me, this is a very, very delusional energy. This is the energy of this is the energy of making things, this feels like those quick ways, very, very quick ways of getting things done. I don't know, but I'm also picking up inheritance here. Because we've got the Sun, and the Sun has the child on it. I also want to say, Virgo, because we have the Knight of Cups and the Sun, that's why I'm taking a little bit of time here, because I want to give you more at this point of time, Virgo. And I'm very strongly picking with the King of Pentacles that a particular way of making money is absolutely, it's over. You're on your next cycle. You see with the baby here, you've moved, and it's not necessary that you're a child, maybe, like I said, maybe you've become a student. From a student, you've entered into your job field. Maybe from your job, you've reached retirement. Maybe you've served 20 years in an organization, and that much was enough. So a particular way of making money, doing things, Queen of Pentacles just popped out, is done. There has to be a brand new way of doing it. Five of Pentacles for reset, the Chariot, and the Judgment. Two very, very, two universal energies here. Chariot is moving forward, actually, and Judgment is resurrection. What you need to do here to reset is actually, Virgo, be open to taking as many chances, and don't worry about failing. Don't worry about whether it works or not. I think your immediate next step is, what is happening here is there is a fear of money, there is a financial constraint here. And it's what I'm picking up for you here is, the more you are going to try, the more you're going to put yourself out there, the more chances you're going to take. In one of those chances, you're going to get lucky. But if you don't take chances, you wouldn't even know. There's something here about taking as many chances as you can. There is no such thing as failure. You're either going to it's either going to work out or you're going to learn. Simple. You're not going to lose. Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups. It feels like it's a business. It's a business idea. And it's a business idea that is done within home, that is done within proximity, that is done with children, that is done with kids, that is done with, that you would think about what you wanted to do when you were a kid, and what games you played as a child. What did you do? If this is a money reading, then this is about transforming your money mindset and putting yourself into the place of making another income of money, another source of money. Your next step is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is very, very future forward. And Queen of Swords, whenever I see swords, Virgo, it means you have to take an action. One very good idea would be to talk to someone who's done something similar. Talk to someone who's started a business of their own. Talk to someone you've taken a small business and converted them into something, or maybe they're at the same place as you are, but this is having conversations with someone who shares the similar vision like you. This energy is an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Virgo. Your takeaway from this reading is align, find, listen, talk, YouTube, content, whatever, with those kind of energies that are in the similar path as you, and what is their vision and your vision, it should align. That's where you're going to find your answers the fastest. Whoa, that's what I have for you, Virgo. That's a big transformation, big one. Anything that involves money is a big transformation. Okay, moving on to Libra. Hello, Libra, and welcome. This is an energy reading for your biggest, boldest, baddest transformation. And we're going to look at 3 areas that you need to kind of be aware of, 3 energetic fields, what you're absolutely done with, what you need to reset, and what you need to claim. And finally, we'll look at your next step. So let's see, Libra. For you, what is it that you need to, what are you done with actually? What's absolutely done, finished and over? Energy. Okay. What do you need to, energy you need to reset. Okay. And you're an air sign. There's a lot of water popping out here. And what you need to claim. Wow. That is fantastico. Absolutely, like stunning. The word is stunning. We'll take out 1 card, which is going to be the energy of your next step, next action from this reading point of view. Okay, Libra, let's talk. What you're done with. The Page of Cups. Pages are small, pages are hobbies, pages are newly brewing interests, new skills developing, new crushes. You know, something new is in the air and it gets you very, very excited. Maybe I'm talking to a Libra where the step 1 is finished. Step 1 is done. You're done with the step 1 of whatever it is your situation is. This is a general reading, Libra. Take it how it resonates with your situation. The step 1 is that step where you identify the things that you like, the things that you want, the things that you would like to have. And I want to tell you that your step 1 is done. Your asking part is done. Your wanting of something is done. Your playing small is done. Now you very well know, while you and I are having this conversation, is that what you need to actually do. Because the asking part, you know, if you're building something, if you're creating something, if you're preparing for something, you're very, very clear about what it is that you want. So what comes after that is where your energy needs to go. If you're going to be, you know, in this energy of always looking for something new, always calling yourself a newcomer, always treating your skills as a hobby, or always telling yourself that, you know, it takes time for me, then it's always going to be in that. This is a strong reminder. This is a strong reminder for you that whatever it is that you're desiring and you're asking and you're building and preparing yourself for, that part is done, finished and over. Do not revisit it. Do not stay there. Now you move on to that part of how you're going to make this bigger. Simple. It's no longer a hobby. It's no longer just a skill. It's no longer new. Now it's become a part of you. Now, once it becomes a part of you, you've got to start treating it big. So maybe what you're done with here, Libra, is stop treating things that they are small and they are just a fleeting no. We've got to get serious. We've got to get very, very serious now. If you want to actually see expansion and growth, you got to get very, very serious. What you need to reset is the 4 of Cups energy. Whew. 4 of Cups energy is the energy. You know, what is it that you, now again, I'm gonna put this for you, Libra. This is your exercise, and this is something that you have to do. What is it that you truly, truly care for? What are you willing to do when nobody's watching? What are you willing to do if you're woken up 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the night, and you, without making a frowny face or without being grumpy about it, you can happily pursue it? Your reset energy is asking you, because this is for everyone, how do you approach the assignments, the projects, the things, the person when they come in your proximity? How do you approach them? Because we still have an element here of being a little bit closed off. It's not a little bit, actually, it's a lot. When you want more, you have to open yourself up to the concept of, I'm open to anything and everything. It's a very, very strong step. It's a very brave step, and not everybody obviously can do it. Excuse me. So in your reset energy, Libra, questions you need to ask yourself is, what is it that you truly care? If you can answer that question without even budging, now you'll be able to execute it. And the energy, look, why I'm telling you, the energy that you need to claim is the Empress, number 3. The energy of creation, the energy of earth, the energy of expansion, the energy of growth and success. And Empress is open, creative, nurturing, creating. She knows her worth. You see the difference between a Page of Cups and the Empress? Page of Cups is small. Page of Cups is the hobby, and Empress is that hobby turned into a full-fledged business, empire. So you're done with being in this. And in order to go from here to claim this, in your reset energy, you got to get dead serious about what it is. You got to start caring. You got to start actually saying this. No, I care for these things. I'm going to make time for it. I'm not going to be closed off to it. I will pour more love into it, and therefore I will claim the energy of growth. There has to be a lot of love if you truly, truly want to transform, and care, and being grateful, and acknowledging. Look, your own energy popped out. Justice, Libra. Okay, show me. What is this Page of Cups? Okay. I am not surprised to see this. We've got the Page of Wands and the Star. This is Aquarius energy. We are in the age of Aquarius. Libra, this is a reminder for you from my side to my dearest darling Libra, that you are done, you're finished, you've outgrown the page stage. And it doesn't matter whether you're a student, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Whatever you desire, you're fully aware of it. You have expressed it to the universe. Now you've got to move on from that step, and you've got to get dead serious about it. When you get dead serious, you act from the energy of operating not as a page. We need to see kings and queens here. When we stop playing small, look, we've got the Death, the card of transformation underneath. We're doing a reading for transformation. The way we show ourselves, whether, is exactly how the energies come and line up for us. So if we are going to call ourselves a newcomer, a learner, it's just starting out. And it doesn't matter. Even if you're starting out, just tell yourself, remind yourself, I am the king. There is no harm in calling yourself the king of the world. That position is not for everyone. And yet, anybody who chooses to say it can make it his or her own. So the title of the King of World truly belongs to anyone and everyone who's willing to live up to it. That is what I'm picking up for you. For your reset, we've got the Four of Cups, and Four of Cups is clarified by, I have to say this, Libra, you are torn between two things. One, you get very excited, and the other one, you feel absolutely rejected. You feel don't quantify your energy with your moods. Don't. There is something here about discipline, and there is something here about consistency. I'm actually picking up something here, Libra, is we are what we are long after that mood of not doing it still stays. I'm going to find that quote and I'm going to write it in the comment box. There's a very beautiful quote. You are not what you say. You are what you do. And I'm seeing the element of when you're emotionally off, it does affect your work ethic rather. And the whole point of this massive quantum jump here is there are going to be good days, there are going to be bad days, there are going to be extremely bad days. You still got to do what you told yourself you're going to do. The Empress, the energy to claim, the very beautiful Empress. Look at that. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Tower. I'm telling you, something here is on a shaky foundation. You've got to get dead serious. You're getting an opportunity. You're getting an opportunity to clean up your act. We have the Tower and the Star in the same reading. We've got the Tower and the Star. And Star comes after the Tower. Star is the hope after the crash. You have an opportunity here to clean up something and start fresh. And that is what transformations are about. Transformation is all about, okay, this is not working. Therefore, I am going to completely take this opportunity to bring down this structure, and I'm going to start absolutely clean and clear. Let's see, Libra. We've got the Empress underneath. Similar cards, repeating cards are often a confirmation that you are at the right place at the right time and you're meant to hear this. And your next step, look at that. We've got card number 10. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is your fortune. I wanted to say this, Libra, it's destined, it's written. It is written in your life for whoever is watching this right now that you're meant for greatness, that there are big things lined up for you. The only thing is you've got to get very, very serious about it. You've got to act like the boss. You've got to act like you own the damn building. You cannot act like the guy who clocks in and clocks out. You're the owner of the building. Now, how will you show up for work? That's the question. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being a part of this reading, and I will see you in your next. Till then, do take very good care of yourself. We're moving on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome. This is your reading, your biggest, boldest, badass personal transformation. And if you are in one of those places in your life where you would want to transform, you want to change everything, this is the reading for you. This is the moment, because transformation happens when we say, I'm ready. The moment is always now. It's never later. It's never another time. It's always now, Scorpio. Let's look at 3 areas, 3 important energy fields, what you're absolutely done with, what needs to reset, and what you need to claim, and your next step. And then you simply have to promise yourself to embrace those energies. If you're willing to do that, universe rewards you. But let's see. What are you, Scorpio, absolutely done with? You're done with... Oh, okay, that's interesting. I did not see that coming. I wouldn't want to see that energy there. What do you need to reset? Okay. And what do you need to claim? One card for your next step, your next energy, your next action. Wow, you've really thrown me into a parallel universe, Scorpio. What's going on here? You're a water sign. Firstly, let me tell you, everything here is water, what I see right now. So we're definitely touching your emotional, your, I am speaking to somebody's heart at this point of time. This is about the way you feel. This is about what is going on within you right now. And let's go. What you're done with is Two of Cups. What you're done with is a connection. What you're done with is, look, there is another energy here. Two of Cups is the energy of love. It's the energy of two people coming together. So what you're done with, or what's over in this transformation that you're meant to go through, is the presence of another person, another energy. We'll clarify and see. It's not necessary that a connection is over. It's just something in a connection, the way you give, you receive, you communicate, you talk, you express. Something is not working, and we will see that. Now, what you need to reset, what you need to take a look at, realign, is the Ace of Cups. Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Something here got to do with the person on your mind, I want to say that. The closest energy. The way you look at love, the way you feel about love. Look, two is done, and to reset is the Ace. So the way you look at a connection, the way you give, the way, there is something here about it. This whole reading brings it back to you, Scorpio. The way you give love, the way you understand love, the way you want other energy, especially an energy that's very close to you in love. This is the treatment, this is the behavior, the understanding of love. And of course, it means something to you. That's why it's come out in your personal transformation. Now, the energy you need to claim is the Page of Cups. This is the beginning. For a lot of you, clearly, connections have not worked out. And when connections don't work out, people are very quick to blame everybody, the other person. But there is something here, Scorpio, and I want to say it because I see it. What is it that you truly want in a relationship? And with the Ace of Cups, in terms of resetting your energy, is all about in order to attract the right partner, in order to attract the right person, you have to become that person, and therefore you will attract an energy that will match yours, that will resonate with yours. And to claim we've got the Page of Cups, that means you're going to get a chance. There is a person coming in. There is a person coming in. So with this newfound understanding, this transformation, if you want, there is no concept of, by the way, there is no such thing as a perfect partner. If you're going to end up with exactly the same person, it's almost like you and you know. No, you want something, you want variety, you want something different. So there is something, there is an element of, but the core and the core values, or there has to be something that keeps you together. So you're getting, what I want to tell you, Scorpios, you're getting a chance. There is someone I do see coming here. So you have to reset all your previous experiences in love, and you have to approach this with a brand new way. Yes. Oof. Let's see the Two of Cups, what you're done with. What you are, let me give the cards a good shuffle. Let's change the energy right here. Okay, Two of Cups. Why the Two of, I don't know, maybe. Let's go, Scorpio. Two of Cups is clarified by the Six of, when Two of Cups and Lovers pop up, clearly we're talking about a connection. Two of Cups is, I want to say all your connection until now. Six of Swords to the what you're done with. I think you have, for a lot of you, Scorpio, I don't know how to say this, but you have tried to become you have tried to become the other person. You have, let's say you've relocated for them, you've changed locations for them, you've moved for them, you have pretty much to keep the connection alive, you have become the other person, and you've kind of obviously forgotten and not given yourself the love that you were supposed to. And you're done with that part. Obviously, how long are we all going to, just because you love someone and just because you want to keep a connection alive? See, if you wear a mask for a very long time, it's bound to fall off someday. So Ace of Cups, because you need to reset this. 3 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. What you need to understand with the new love or the concept of love for you, Scorpio, it's different for different people, but I just want to put out what I'm seeing here is do not have too many expectations from the very beginning, from the day one. Too many expectations. Because when you have too many expectations, that means whoever is coming into your life, you've already in your mind run 5 years with them in your head. You know, allow things to happen organically. Very, very important. Because Ace of Cups is all about flowing. It's organic flow of life. And something here is telling you about the give and take has to be very organic. Very, very organic. You will know. If somebody is not giving you the time of the day in a new connection, you would know they don't care, right? Why would you pursue that connection? I think the red, and I want to show this to you, I think the red and the green flags, Scorpio, are going to be very, very obvious to you. This time around, going forward, you should know your red flags and they are always different for everybody. They are not the same. All connections are different. Nobody should base their idea of love and connection because they hear from somebody else. No. I think it's a very personal topic and I keep it to that. But I'm just saying that in any connection, you would know your red flags and green flags. And what you need to reset actually is know your red flags and green flags. And if you see them, if you spot them in a person, in a connection, say it, speak it, don't hold back. You'll know whether the person belongs to you or not. It's better to say it than to have expectations somebody is going to change. Nobody changes until they truly want to change. Let's see the Page of Cups, because I do sense somebody is coming. There is something new coming here for you. 3 of Cups and the Sun. Wow. Oh my gosh. And we have the 10 of Cups underneath. Clearly, Scorpio, there is love entering your life. It's going to be a group dynamic. You'll find them at a party. You'll find them outdoors. You'll find them maybe where you work. Maybe this person is, this person is very childlike, very spirited, the Sun and the Page itself tells me that it's going to be a very fresh, very new love. And it's going to feel beautiful. It's going to feel wonderful. But you have to understand, you cannot look at it from the way connections have been. This has to be, every time a new person comes into our life, we have to treat them as the people they are, and they show enough for us to make a decision whether we need to keep them or not. So this is obviously a love transformation for you. For your next step, your next move, energy to embrace, we've got the Knight of Cups, the next obvious step after the Page of Cups. This is the energy coming. The new love is coming. Your next step is take this new love, Scorpio, one day at a time, at its own pace as a new love. Do not equate it with anything that you've seen before. If you're going to start doing that, when we start bringing the past into the present becomes the past again. But if we treat the present like the present continues to become future. I hope that made sense. Revisiting past experiences is not an option for you if you want to transform. Simply put. And treating everything that comes into your life as a brand new experience and operating from there, that is your best bet. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. And we are moving on to Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome. This is your reading, your biggest, baddest, boldest transformation. 3 important areas that we're looking into, 3 energy fields, what you're done with, what you need to reset, and what you need to claim, and your next step, Sag. So if you're ready, let's jump in and let's see the energies you need to be aware of. What are you absolutely done with? What energy are you absolutely done with? Okay. What energy you need to reset? And what energy you need to claim? Oh my gosh, these are some interesting energies. And your next step, your next energy to embrace. Sag, I think there's a backstory here, I feel. There's something going on here. There's something going on here. I feel things are hidden from you. I feel it's almost like you're mad. You're mad about having to wait. You're mad about things not going your way. And how long would you stay in the energy of being stuck versus getting out of a situation? This is a general reading. It's going to be different for different people. I'm trying to make it as open as possible so that you can, see if it resonates for you, because this is an interesting set of cards here. Sag, what you're done with is the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is, it's almost like I'm getting that, you're sitting at one place, kind of twiddling your thumbs, and you're like, okay, when? The question that's coming to you is when. It's not what, it's not why, it's like when. And you're done. You're done sitting down, closing yourself off and waiting for, it's almost like you're dependent on other energy. I am picking up false promises. I am picking up half-assed words. I am picking up, no, you're done with it. You do not want to be, I'm going to say this because I'm picking this up very strongly, Sag. You're done being played with. It's almost like you don't like the feeling of where you are. It's a very strong energy. It's not going to be for everyone. You don't like how you wish you could just teleport yourself from point A to point Z, far away from where you are. You are not liking where you are, and you're done with being where you are. It's not serving you anymore. It's sucking the joy out of your life, if I may say so. What you need to reset, the energy you need to reset is that of Hermit. Hermit is, and I want to say this, Sag, if you don't like where you are, for some reason, because the Hermit is here, when we don't like where we are, for example, imagine you're invited to a party, all right, and you walk into the party and you feel uncomfortable, you don't like where you are, you don't like the people, you don't like the vibe. Question is, how long are you going to be there? 5 minutes, 9 minutes, 15 minutes? At some point, you're going to walk out from there. The reset energy is telling you, how long are you willing to, your answer for when is, how long are you willing to stay there? I can sense where you are, you don't like it. But the reset energy is also saying that there is only so much that we can do. because you're not willing to move from there. If you have to move from there, this is like being at a place because you feel nothing else is going to be better than this, or you're waiting for someone to come and rescue you, by the way. And I want to tell you that the energy you need to claim, Sag, and this is the biggest, possibly the boldest move anybody can ever make, including me. I'm not going to lie to you. It seems like a very, very strong move. It is that of running away. It's escaping. It's without telling anybody, pack up your bags and leave. Take the things that belong to you and just leave. Just leave. Leave. He's actually looking back also. Maybe he's looking back because he's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I was there. What the hell was I doing there? I am never going back to that place. That's the energy you need to claim. Let's clarify before I take out the next step, Sag. Okay. This is one of those where the transformation is only gets harder and harder because it's so hard to leave. It's so hard to leave the room. And the only person who can do that is us, because if we wait for someone, we'll keep waiting for the rest of our lives. Four of Cups, what are you absolutely done with? The Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands. It's almost like your life depends. The reason you smile, the reason of joy, the reason of feeling happy also depends on somebody else. And I'm also, can I say this? Sag, I'm also picking up that you're not getting credit for where it's due. Your credits, your moments of victory have been stolen right under from you, and obviously who's going to like that? Your reset energy, the Hermit, I cannot emphasize this anymore. How long are you willing to be here? Because I want to tell you, Eight of Pentacles is that energy. This guy does not get up. Once he's seated and he's taken a job, 8 days, 8 hours, 8 years, and then Hermit is 9. So maybe you're 8, 9 years running into something, or 8, 9 months running into something. I want to say this is a long time. It's a very long time. And why you are not moving is because there is so much fear here. There is so much fear. But ask yourself, Sag, what are you afraid of? We're in 2026. What are you truly, truly afraid of? The answer to overcome this is usually in the question, what are you afraid of? Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a thing? Is it money? To claim, we've got the Seven of Swords, which is literally screaming to me, run. Look at that. It's clarified by your own power card, Temperance, and the Page of Sword. And I want to say this because Temperance is, see, I know you're figuring out ways. I know you're looking for help. I know you're seeking help. I know you're getting more information. You're showing me that much. And you've been doing this and I think for a lot of you, you've been doing this every birthday season. It's almost like your wish for you. But sometimes the fastest way is to run. It's not to walk. It's not to ask. It's to run. And I don't know whether it works for you or not. You will know your decision best. But if you're going to keep looking for information and if you arrive at the same information every time, then how long are you going to be? Because the more you wait, the more you delay your own transformation. And for your next step, we've got the Hierophant here. Makes me really, really want to say that you need to step out and take help. This is a wise counselor. This is a person. It's not the court system. It's not the court. I don't know why. It's not the court. It's not the legal way. This feels more like the place that you believe in, possibly the church, possibly a counselor, possibly a private organization. It's definitely not the law and the court. It feels more like a private organization that is for such cases where you're not able to get out, but you need to get out. But you have to arrive at this point where you can go. It's almost, think of it this way, it's like you, if you're going through this sort of at work, you report to the HR, the human resources. If you're going through something like this, you go to the social security. If you're going, it is an organization, an agency that truly works for taking care of situations which are where you're not able to escape, you're not able to get out, or your voice is not being heard. That's what I have for you, Sag. Your transformation lies in your own hands. You are the creator of your own life, and the sooner you realize that the power is with you, the sooner you can do something about it. Something, anything. Even the smallest step is a step towards your transformation. Okay, moving on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome. This is your reading specially made for you. Your biggest, baddest, boldest personal transformation. And we're looking at 3 areas, 3 energy fields that you truly need to become aware of, which is what you're absolutely done with, that energy, what you need to reset at this point of time, and what you need to claim, what is truly yours. And finally, we are going to see your next step. So brace yourself, Capricorn, get ready. Let's see what we've got. The energy, Capricorn, you're truly, truly done with. You're absolutely done with. It's end, finished, and over. We've got, okay, interesting. What you need to reset, and what you need to claim. And that's a really cool energy, by the way. Very, very cool. And your next step. Okay, Capricorn, let's talk. We need to talk. We certainly do. What you're done with is the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is carrying, firstly, 10 of Wands is a lot of responsibility, is carrying a lot of weight on your shoulder. It's also the way you treat your body. It's the way you treat your responsibilities. It's the way you treat everything that you've taken upon your shoulders. Ask yourself, Capricorn, how much have you taken upon your shoulders? Have you taken too much? Is it driving you insane? Would you like to operate your life 24/7 that way, where you always have 20 things to think about? Or could there be a better way? Could there be a better way? Because the energy that's completely done with is putting too much. There is only so much. We are the most productive people when we assign ourselves jobs or works or things to do that we are that we can execute with absolute love and enjoyment, and those are the most productive. But when you take a pile of work on you, then the work happens, but I'm not so sure if it's going to be quality work. So what you're done with, the energy that's done with, is you possibly trying to do many things at the same time. I do encourage you, Capricorn, to do take care of your health, do take care of your back, because you're carrying a hell lot of a burden for one person. What you need to reset is I'll say this because I see the 9 of Swords, your sleeping habits. What do you do before you go to sleep? What do you do? What do you do before you go to sleep, or what is the first thing that you do when you wake up? If you can reset that, if you can, those few moments where you're about to go to sleep, resting state, those few moments when you wake up and you're waking yourself up to take charge of the day, if these moments you can take care of, Capricorn, you will be a completely different person. And I think you know that. Because the overthinking is coming when you're at your resting state, and we need to reset that. So that's why I think you keep yourself busy, so that you don't have to think about the things that are stressing you. But by keeping yourself busy, you're kind of sabotaging yourself, your growth, your expansion. And to reset, you need to calm the hell down, and you need to ask yourself, and you need to see your routines before sleep and the first thing you do when you wake up. Do you sleep with all your stress, and do you wake up with all your stress? I think this has got something to do with a transformation that is about the things that you've taken on yourself. And I'm also picking up this is a transformation here because something is blocking you. It's blocking. I see blockages. There's a blockage here. There's a blockage. The person is blocking their face completely. So there's something here about blockages in your life. Your transformation is, once you can take care of these blockages, there is rapid growth. But you need to become aware and do something about it. Now, the energy you need to claim is Ace of Pentacles. This is money. This is resources. This is the biggest, baddest pentacle that is out there. And this energy is for you to claim. That energy is coming in, that energy. Do you notice something, Capricorn? This person is not looking up. It's not looking up, right? That you're done with. In the energy where you have to reset, you've almost covered your face. And the Ace of Pentacles is up. Something here about what you're looking versus what is out there for you. Maybe you're looking at the things and you're worrying because they've not worked out for you, and maybe there is something entirely different where your success, where your growth and expansion lies. Let's clarify. You know, sometimes we've been excuse me, doing something and we keep doing it over and over and over and over again, and we sometimes, you know, catch a small break at it and we feel like, no, we can do it better. It takes us so many of those efforts to realize we've only put in time there, but that's not the place where we were meant to get success. Let's see the 10 of Wands, what you're absolutely done with, Capricorn. We've got 8 of Cups and the Hierophant. Hierophant is Taurus energy, earth energy, your earth energy. And I want to say this is, you have to actually, there is a way things have been happening. There's a norm, there's a societal, there's a structure. You have to, I just want to say this, Capricorn, whatever you've been doing until now, you know this, the Capricorn that I'm talking to, you know this, it's not working and you're done with it because it's a very fixed way of happening. There is no other way that you can do it. There is no other way. It gives you the same result every single time. It's almost like, let's say you want to become, how do I say this? You want to become, let's say you want to become an artist. You want to become an artist. And you've possibly tried all mediums. You've changed locations, you've changed cities, you've changed countries, you've changed everything. But you've always arrived at the same result. Which means it feels like you're struggling. It's not happening. You're not finding that big success that you thought you would. Something here about the fixed way of doing something. And that's not working. It's a very strong energy. It's very hard to let go when we become very comfortable and we have a set routine. Those set routines of your life, those set ways of doing things are what is costing you your energy and your peace. There is too much. You've taken on too much, and maybe you don't even need to. Maybe you just need to focus on that 1-2 things that you can execute with absolute ease and enjoy. Let's see the Nine of Swords to reset. We have the Wheel and the Five of Wands. You have a lot of inner voices. You have a lot of noise around you. And Capricorn, whatever you have taken, by the way, there is, and I think this actually applies to everyone. We are all today in a very competitive field. We've all chosen very competitive field. And is the competition driving you mad? Is the fact that there are other people? Is the fact that the other people are doing possibly better than you? All of that driving you insane? All of that taking away is not letting you sleep? Then you need to reset that and bring it back to yourself. And this, I want to say this, Capricorn, comparison is the thief of joy. I am not, one thing for sure in this reading is I'm not saying that you're doing something out of love. So you have to ask yourself, what is it that you love? And if it is money that you love, then what is the next best thing that you could do that brings you closer to money? Just because you love money, you cannot pick up any job and do it. I feel that you're trying to do everything, but not the thing that you're really good at, or not the thing that is meant for you. So for your reset energy, throw comparison out, bring it back to yourself, change your sleeping habits, very important. I'm seeing premature graying here, by the way. To claim Ace of Pentacles is clarified, and I love this for you, Capricorn. The Fool and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is launching rockets of desires. See the contrast between the Ten of Wands, where this person is shit tired, but it still continues to do the thing because gotta do it. I want to do 10 things at once. Whereas look at these 8. They're in absolute alignment, and they've all been thrown out together. Because maybe they come from the place of love. And we have the Fool. Ask yourself this, Capricorn, that if you had to start something, if you had to do something all over again, Fool has very light baggage. Fool starts as the Fool with 0. Now, from that excitement, from that joy, what is it that you could create? What is it that you could make, that you could monetize? But it has to come from love and joy. It has to come from love and joy. It could be, sorry, it could be smallest thing like taking care of children, mentoring kids, talking to children. Like maybe, those homeschooling classes, online classes for the most smallest starting price. All of us have something to give, all of us. It's just that we're so focused on the bigger things and what everybody else is doing, we forget our own innate essence. Your next step, Capricorn, look at that. It's 9 of Pentacles, your own worth, your own financial independence. You claim Ace, you claim your own MRP, your own value, what you're really good at. You hit 9 and you become the 10 of Pentacles. But it has to start from you. At the moment, in this transformation, what you're showing is you're focused on everybody and the outside. And you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And it's exhausting you, it's tiring you, it's aging you. You don't want to do that. Your next step, your energy to embrace is that of you knowing your own worth, you taking care of yourself, you dressing up well, you looking good, you feeling good. And it's not overnight. You cannot do this one day and say, no, I felt good on Monday, but I don't feel good on Tuesday, Wednesday. You have to teach yourself to feel good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, Monday, Tuesday. You have to teach. You have to rewire your brain because it's learned to stay in a certain fixed way for a very long time. So it's almost like you have to unlearn in order to learn. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope the right people get the message at the right time. That is always the intention of this table. And thank you for being a part of this reading. We're moving on to Aquarius. Hello and welcome and a very happy birthday. We're still in your season. We've just started the season, let's say. Aquarius, I hope you're doing amazing. This is your reading, your biggest, baddest, boldest transformation. What better time than your own season? So we're looking at 3 energy fields, what you're absolutely done with, what you need to reset, release, and what you need to claim, what's coming for you, and your next step. So Aquarius, let's go. If you're ready, so are the cards. What are you absolutely done with? What energy are you absolutely done with? All right. What energy do you need to reset? The energy you need to reset. Okay. And the energy you need to claim, Aquarius, we've got, whoa. Let's take out one card for your next step, Aquarius. 2 cards are swords and they are yours. You're an air sign. Very interesting play out of cards here. Everybody knows Aquarius is the rebel of the zodiac, and I want to say that is precisely the energy you're supposed to claim. You're being indifferent, you're being unique, you're being rebellious-like. You should get very excited for this reading. What you're absolutely done with is crying everybody else's, crying. Did I say crying? Maybe for somebody, it just might be crying. You're done with crying, okay? But here's what I wanted to actually say. You're done with carrying everybody else's weight on your shoulder, especially if it's not yours. If it's yours, it's well worth carrying. You wouldn't mind. But make sure whatever you're carrying on your shoulders, whatever is making your life heavy for whatever reason, it's only yours. It should not be other people's. We are all here on this planet to live, learn, make mistakes, live, learn, make mistakes, live, learn, and then depart. If we, in this live, learn, make mistakes, if we start carrying other people's mistakes, not worth. So the energy that you should be done with, you are done with, you should put it out there with big bold letters outside your house. I'm done with carrying your weight. Please carry your own excess baggage. No more, Aquarius. It's not worth. It's not worth. It's going to tire you, exhaust you, take a toll on you. Please take care of your back. Very important. And I'm picking up one thing very strongly, Aquarius. Very often you're not given credit for what you've done. So clearly you should be done with that energy. Now what you need to reset or what you need to release, there is here an element of being at a crossroad. There is an element here of not entirely trusting your intuition. Very important. Your intuition is your absolute superpower, Aquarius. Whenever you are in a place where you're feeling indecisive or you feel that hiccup, when you get that hiccup moment, should I not do it? If you actually have those, those moments, those butterfly kind of moments, that's not love, darling. That's your entire gut telling you, do not attempt it. Yeah, butterflies in your tummies are not for good things. Butterflies in your tummies are a warning that it's not going to pan out very well. So you need to reset your energy. That means you need to reset your relationship with your intuition. Very important. Very, very important. You got to start trusting yourself. You have this innate ability to see things before they happen, and you've got to trust that. It tells you. It tells you through your body. It's almost like you are your savior. You are your superhero. And to claim your energy, we've got the very, very stunning Knight of Swords, the rebel of the deck. If the whole world is going this way, Aquarius is going to go that way. Continue to do so. Because the world is 360, you know. Let them go there. You can create an entire colony community, discover a whole new land, that kind of energy. I am picking this up. You have the ability to discover a whole new land, a whole new continent, a whole new species. You don't reinvent, you actually discover. That's very, very, very interesting. Okay, let's clarify. Aquarius, let's see if there's something more that needs to come out for you. Ten of Wands, what is it that you're completely done over and finished with? Ten of Swords and Six of Pentacles. Wow, talk about being done with. Two tens, and the worst of them, by the way. The hardest of them. You don't want to be the one who's betrayed. You don't want to be on the ground. You don't want people stabbing your back. You're done with those energies. And the root of it is that the unequal way of giving and receiving. This situation arises when there is an unhealthy, unequal give and take. Be done with that energy. Take accountability of everything that you're giving vis-a-vis what you're receiving and how other energies respond to you. Very important. No free lunches, Aquarius. No more. To reset, Two of Swords, we've got the Temperance and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the king of money. He's built his empire with his own experience. I also want to say this, Aquarius, and I'm very strongly getting this. This is in terms of resetting your energy. It may be for a very few people, but your equation with Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. 3 signs, very strongly. I'm also picking up in your reset energy, because resetting, realigning, putting it back into place, those energies that are not going to be in your life for long term, those are not the energies where you should invest your time, space, or energy. If something is going to be in your life for just 5-6 months or a year, what would you give it the energy equivalent of 20 years? King of Pentacles is longevity. It's an energy that's built over years. Invest your energy according to how long you would like to keep something or someone in your life. That ways you get to protect, that ways you get to conserve, that ways you get to know how much. You also maintain a very healthy boundary of energy give and take. Knight of Swords to claim, Aquarius, Knight of Swords to claim. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got the 8 of Pentacles. That comes down to a 9 of Pentacles. And 9 of Pentacles is all about individuality, financial independence. And Knight of Swords is the rebel. It's the celebrate the indifference, celebrate the uniqueness that you are, celebrate the contrast that you bring in the life of everyone on this planet. Claim that energy. Claim your uniqueness, your authenticity. Ace of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. Create from that, whatever you're doing in your workspace, the way you make your money, the way you increase your wealth. I want to say that because this is all money. And And I can see growth. I can see massive growth here. Aquarius, you will find success in your being different. If you're not meant to join the herd. You're not meant to go down that same path as everybody else. You're meant to create something unique. You're meant to bring a brand new flavor on the table. That's how people know Aquarius is in the room. Your identity is your uniqueness. That's your brand. Let's see what your next step we've got. We've got more swords here. And one of the best, the Six of Swords. This is Mercury in Aquarius, by the way. This energy is the epitome of transformation, moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, moving from one part of your life into an island, into a destination that is, it's there. You're a work in progress. It's going to take time. So the Aquarius that I'm talking to, the Aquarius that I'm picking up is a work in progress. You know this. And you know your success lies in being different. You'll probably find you're the only boat in the ocean, maybe. But that's what makes you different. As long as you can see, your vision is strong and you're a future forward sign. As long as you can see your end goal, nothing should stop you. You should keep moving forward. There are going to be good days, there are going to be bad days. But what will take you forward is your vision. You are already in the process of transformation. How beautiful is that? That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Absolutely beautiful. And very, very reassuring, by the way. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being a part of the reading. And finally, we're moving on to Pisces. Hello Pisces and welcome. This is a very special reading for you. Your biggest, boldest, baddest transformation. And we're looking at three energy areas, three energy fields that are very, very important and need to be brought into your awareness. Energies that you're done with, energies that you need to reset, and energy you need to claim. And your next step, Pisces. So if you are ready, I have been shuffling my cards and moving energies so that Pisces can have the best energies to work with. Look at that, 2 cards flipped out. What you're done with. Okay, those are really, really powerful cards, let me just tell you. And they're so identical in so many ways. I was taking out only one, but I'm going to keep them. What you're done with, what you need to reset, absolutely. Now I'm not surprised. And what you need to claim. Oh, wow. And we're going to take one card that is going to be your next step. Okay, Pisces, you have spoken clearly, loud and proud. You're done with... Whew, this is big, okay? This is really big. And it's in the reverse order of universal energies, major arcanas. It's not 4 and 5. It's 5 and 4, number 54. Or if 45 comes down to a number 9. And 9 is 1 short of 10. Something is not letting you reach your 10. And I'll tell you and I'll show you and we'll talk about it. We've got the Hierophant and we've got the Emperor. Hierophant is Taurus energy. Emperor is Aries energies. This is earth. This is fire. You are a water sign. And I'll tell you what's similar between both these energies. These both energies are that of control. They're both fixed. They're both stubborn. They have a way of operating. It's like an organization where the rules are extremely tight, or a marriage where there is a partner who's extremely controlling. And this is the energy, by the way, I'm so happy that you're done with. You're done with control. You're done with dominion. You're done with that power, which is the worst of the kind and which is the abuse of power. You know, when power is used in a good way, it can be so useful. It can be so helpful. But this feels like energies which are sitting on the top to abuse power. And this is the energy that you're done with. The similarities I see is structure, organization, possibly marriage, a particular person, boss-like energy. There's a lot of red here. There's a lot of red. There's a uniform structure here. There's also something, I'm also seeing, people blindly following something. People blindly following, pursuing because somebody has said so. You're done with this kind of energy. Feels like a cult. Feels like somebody having a hold. But you're done with it, Pisces. What you need to reset, realign is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're walking away. You are walking away from everything that no longer serves you. I think you've figured this out even before I'm actually having this conversation with you. You're already on a path. You've started this transformation, and you've started this a while back. And you're kind of fighting with the system. You're doing this, and maybe you're doing this for the betterment of people. Maybe you're yourself, and let's say you have, the way I'm seeing the story I'm seeing is maybe you're an influencer who's trying to guide people that this is not how the system operates and this is how it should be. I want to say you're working for the benefit of people. Wow. And in your reset energy, the energy you need to reset, is something that you're already doing. You're pursuing it. You're walking away. You're not staying in those places because you realize that the longer you stay there, it's toxic. So the best step to do is actually detach, walk away emotionally, mentally, physically. You're physically walking away from places. And look what, I'm sorry. I still have a sore throat, so forgive me for that. The energy to claim, you've got the 10 of Cups. 8 to the 10. That's a massive jump. For somebody, this is such a beautiful flow of transformation. And you're doing an absolute effortless and fantastic job at it. The energy to claim is that of 10 of Cups. And it feels like, you're working for the people, you're bringing happiness, you're bringing joy. Your journey, it feels like a very personal transformation. For example, one of those transformations where, you kind of, you quit from an organization and then you make up your own, and then you take people along and people get inspired. They look at you as a role model. Or the simplest one that I can think of is, say you're going through some sort of illness or some sort of suffering, and you've fixed yourself and people are loving that. Or things like weight loss, things like your own personal, it feels like your own personal transformation is your biggest superpower. And it inspires people. Beautiful. Let me see what is this, what you're done with. Yeah, see, there is so much of sadness here. There is so much of hurt. There is so much of waiting. There is so much of feeling small. There is so much of, how do I say this? Because you're done with energies that continue to, that kind of exploit. The word I'm getting is exploit. They exploit people for their own gains. It's a very different kind of energy. They make people wait. They give people false hopes. They give people false promises, but they don't really do anything about it. It's a very dark energy, by the way. Appears as though it's helping, but it's not. It's got an underlying motive. 8 of Cups to reset your own energy. Page of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. You cannot make this thing up. I told you, you're already on your path. And you're going to claim it fast because your intentions are to take people along with you. You're learning, and while you're learning, you're teaching, you're imparting, you're giving it out there. It's almost like you've become the student of life. And simply because you chose to disconnect yourself from energies which abuse power. How beautiful, Pisces, absolutely beautiful. 10 of Cups to claim the energy. You've got the 5 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. What I'm picking up is that you're pursuing something against all odds. Like somebody would possibly tell you it's not going to happen, don't put yourself into it, you're not going to see victory, you're not going to see success, people are not going to join you. But Pisces, what I'm picking up here for you in your transformation journey, that you're doing it irrespective and you're doing it against all odds. And it's not like you don't have challenges. You have plenty of challenges. But you also have your, you know exactly what it is that you want. He's holding the globe in his hand. And I'll show you what you're done with is the Emperor also holds the globe in his hand. But this is that kind of power where it use it for yourself. This is that kind of power where what can I create or what can I do that is going to bring 10 of Cups, like happiness. So clearly you're doing something here that is going to bring joy, peace into the world. And when I say world, I don't mean maybe you're doing something on a mass level, but even from a single person's point of view, if you see this is just trying to not surrender to the way things are forced and conformity versus things that bring joy and happiness. Let's see what is your next energy and things, energy to embrace. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. It's not going to be easy, Pisces, considering what you've taken on yourself. And sometimes you're going to feel you're alone and you're doing it alone. But continue to do it because you're the only person who can. You see, this person is balancing 2 pentacles. Sometimes on feet and sometimes on just the toes. But maybe you're the only person, maybe you're the chosen one to do this. You're doing something, you're multitasking, you've put yourself, I'm almost speaking like you have a job and this is something that you do as an NGO or a non-profit or something on the side. Or there is this whole essence of 2. You're doing 2 things at the same time. Because you're the only person who can do it. You're chosen for it. Wow. That's amazing. And not to say that there are not going to be challenges. There will always be challenges. But the joy in overcoming challenges, the joy in and then arriving on the other side is the true definition of transformation. So that is what I have for all my signs and all my stars. I had super fun doing this. Transformation is never easy and transformation is never a one-night job. Transformation is commitment, it's discipline, and it's having absolute fun in the process. Knowing what you set out to do is eventually going to be yours, but till then you've got to have fun every single day. So I hope you take this reading in that regards. I will see you in your next reading. Do take very good care of yourself. Thank you for being a part of this. Bye-bye.